Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be solving LeetCode 169, majority element. So we're given an array nums of size n. We want to return the majority element. They define the majority element as the element which appears more than n divided by 2 times, and we may assume that the majority element always exists in the array. Okay, so what we can do is essentially use a dictionary, and where the value that we run into in our array is going to be the key, and the value will be the count of the number of times that value occurs inside of our array. And we can make that super easy just by saying from collections import counter, and we will say our counts are going to be equal to the counter of nums. Now what we can do is loop through for every number in nums. If counts of that number divided by 2 is what? It has to appear more than n divided by 2 times. So we're given an array length of size n. So it has to be, so if this value is greater than or equal to the length of nums divided by 2, then we know it is the majority element, and we can return that number. Otherwise, we won't do anything. So let's get rid of some spaces and run this. Are we guaranteed that it is in here? Yes. We may assume that the majority element always exists. Okay, so there's nothing else we have to do. We can run this, and it does pass, so we'll submit. Perfect. Now, there is another algorithm. I'm not going to be going over it. You can in your own time, and I doubt they would ask you in an interview, but it's called the Boyer-Moore algorithm. And if you do that, you can solve this follow-up question. So you could solve this problem in linear time and O of 1 space. But again, I'll leave that for you to do. I don't think it's too important. But, okay, so the time complexity of this is going to be, this is going to be O of n to create our dictionary, and then we're looping through every element in our number array, so that is going to be O of n as well. So we're going to be linear time here. I mean, if you wanted to get real technical, you could say O of n plus m, where n is, the length of our counter, and then m is, how many times we have to loop through nums, right? So we have to loop through nums twice is essentially what this is saying, but it's still linear. Space complexity obviously is going to depend on the length of our counts array, so we'll say counts.length, and that'll do it for LeetCode 169 majority element.